once you've got some information, once you've got something, you approach your source, you let them know what's going on. And look, most guys, whether they're upstanding citizens or not, they're afraid of bad publicity, because in something like there's such thing as bad publicity. So you want to try to leverage that a little bit, maybe, and try to have them make it right for you. But at the end of the day, it's a shameful situation. You really want to get on TRT, and it's a tough situation to deal with. But you end up having to go do your own research, have all the proof ready, then approach your source to make it right, refund something, and without being threatened, and maybe suggest that you might bring them some bad publicity if they don't make it right. Chances are that if you are right, if you indeed did go through proper kind of way of testing, and you are correct, other people have reported the same, and by now the source knows that there's a problem with this batch, that there's a problem with this run, and they'd be looking for people to come back and report to make it right. It's the way it should be, at least.
All right, guys. Next question is checklist. About to start another cycle. What are some checklists to go through? So let me throw out a few, and then I'll let Rick come in. The first checklist I want everybody to do is check your blood work. Okay, go get blood work done. If you go on evolutionary.org, you go and look at my name on there, Steve SMI. Look at my signature. Okay, I have a blood work link. You can get blood work done for literally $60, which will show you a bunch of things. It's going to show you anything from your liver values to your red blood cell count to your testosterone levels, your LAH, your estrogen levels, everything. This way you can flag if anything is wrong before you run a cycle. And there may be something else wrong in there. I just had a client, he had low platelet count. And I'm like, dude, you need to really check into this. It turned out he had a really bad STD, and that was causing his platelet count to be low. So if he had run steroids and then during the steroid cycle not felt well, something went wrong, something with his dick went wrong, and then he would have ran blood work on cycle, he would have saw that. And then he'd be like, oh shit, is it the steroids causing it, or is it something else? So you have to flag these issues beforehand. Another thing you want to do as well on your blood work, obviously, is make sure your heart health is good. You want to make sure HPTA is back to normal if you plan on cycling long term. Because if you just hop on cycle while your HPTA is not recovered yet, if your LH is only at 2 or 3 and it should be at 4, 5, 6, where it's humming really good and you're producing testosterone levels on your own, you're just going to fuck yourself up. So you want to make sure you get everything's where it should be before you start your next cycle. Be a little more patient. Literally, you can wait 2-3 extra weeks to be safer than sorry. And then obviously with your heart health, you want to make sure you're testing your blood pressure. You want to make sure your resting heart rate is in good number. I mean, if your resting heart rate's 90 or 100, you shouldn't be using steroids, period. Something is wrong. So those are checklists to go through in terms of health parameters.